Hello, I'm Gaurav. In today's class, we're going to talk about a very important political and constitutional issue related to the tribal people of Tripura. This issue also affects national security, how trustworthy our democracy is, and political partnerships. We're talking about TTAADC Motha, a local tribal party in Tripura. They're putting pressure on their partner party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, to put into action the three-way agreement signed on March 2, 2024. They also want a special intensive revision, sir, of the voter list in the state. Both of these issues are not only central to Tripura's politics today, but they're also a topic of discussion across the entire country. Let's understand in detail what has happened so far, what TTAADC Motha's demands are, and how they might affect Tripura's future. The full name of TTAADC Motha is TTAADC Indigenous Progressive Regional Alliance. This party is led by Pradyot Bikram Manikya Debarma, who is connected to Tripura's old royal family. Its goal is to protect the culture, identity, and rights of the TIPRA tribal community in Tripura. This community makes up about 33% of the state's population. TTAADC Motha has repeatedly expressed concerns about these issues. The taking over of land belonging to tribal people, the loss of culture and ignoring of language, a lack of political representation, and an imbalance in the population because of illegal migration from Bangladesh. To solve these issues, a three-way agreement was made on March 2, 2024. This agreement included the Indian government, the Tripura state government, and TTAADC Motha. This agreement happened with Union Home Minister Amit Shah present, and it included these promises: a solution for historical and political rights, forming a joint working group, and a guarantee of economic and cultural protection. However, even after more than a year, there has been no progress in putting this agreement into action, which has made TTAADC Motha quite unhappy. TTAADC Motha has two main demands which came out in 2025. The first demand is to put the three-way agreement into action. This agreement promises to provide clear solutions for land, culture, language, and political rights. TTAADC Motha claims that so far, there have been no real policy changes or progress from the working group. On July 5, 2025, MLA Ranjit Debarma warned that if the promises aren't kept, the party might pull its support from the alliance. The second demand is for a special intensive revision of the voter list, also known as SIR. TTAADC Motha claims that illegal migrants have been added to Tripura's voter list. They are asking for a door-to-door verification process like the one in Bihar. The goal is to remove voters who shouldn't be there and to protect the political representation of the tribal population. Now let's talk about the recent events that happened in July 2025. On July 23, 2025, a team of 9 TTAADC Motha members, led by Pradyot Debarma, met with the Election Commission of India in New Delhi. They formally asked for a special intensive revision, sir, of Tripura's voter list. The commission responded positively, saying there's a plan for a countrywide voter list review and Tripura will be included, but they didn't give a clear timeline. On July 24, 2025, the same team, which included Minister Animesh Debarma, Brishketu Debarma, and MP Kriti Devi Debarma, met with BJP National President J.P. Nadda. The main points of discussion were putting the March 2024 three-way agreement into action, the immediate need to revise the voter list, and issues related to national security, like the situation in Bangladesh and migration. No official decision was announced after these meetings, which has left TTAADC Motha feeling unhappy and confused. Okay, let's analyze a bit why these demands are so important. First, the three-way agreement. Its goal is to put into action the promises made in March 2024 so that social, cultural, and political fairness can be achieved. Then comes the voter list, SIR. This involves a door-to-door verification process to keep the population balanced and to make sure elections are fair and clear. The main reason is that the tribal community fears that if migration continues without limits, their population could become a minority. If the agreement isn't put into action, it weakens trust in the government. On the other hand, if the SIR is put into action, it could deeply affect election results in tribal areas. Now let's talk about the stress within the alliance. Even though TTAADC Motha and BJP are in an alliance, the stress in their relationship is clear. There are some clear signs of this, like the warning to pull support on July 5th. Then, in June 2025, the BJP ignored the issue of the Kokborok script, and there's been no clear action on the agreement. Despite this, TIPRA Motha has shown political patience, and instead of suddenly pulling support, they are trying to solve these issues through diplomatic talks. If we talk about future possibilities first, the implementation of the agreement, if the BJP takes active steps, it will strengthen the alliance and could present Tripura as a national model for tribal solutions. But if there are continued delays, the alliance could break before the 2028 Assembly elections. Second, the revision of the voter list. The Election Commission of India might start a special intensive revision, SIR, across the entire country, which could include Tripura. However, door-to-door verification could be quite challenging politically and administratively. If this process is successful, it could become an example for the entire northeastern region. Third, the TTAADC and the 2028 Assembly elections. TIPRA Motha's pressure is mainly a strategy to organize tribal votes, and their future depends on the BJP's next actions. Finally, TIPRA Motha's demand that the three-way agreement be put into action and that a special revision of the voter list, or SIR, be done. This isn't just about politics. It's about the identity of Tripura's tribal people, justice, and the fairness of democracy. The meetings with the Election Commission and BJP top leadership on July 23 and 24, 2025 show how serious and complicated this issue is. As a teacher and an aware citizen, it's important to keep an eye on these events, so that we can better understand not just tribal politics, but also election fairness, how agreements are kept, and the politics of alliances.